Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the second take on this journal. The first one apparently had quite a lot of glare in it, so I do apologise for any of you who saw that. Listing this in my Etsy store. This is the first of 8 journals that I started back in December when I first learnt about junk journals, and I was giving it a go following Yvonne Preston's videos here on YouTube. They're not quite the style that I currently do, which is kind of a good thing because my current journals are very chunky. So anyway, I've discovered these 8 journals that I was practicing the pamphlet stitch on, and none of them are complete. They're all naked journals pretty much, without stamping, punching or any ephemera pieces. So I've completed 3 of these, which I'm going to be listing on my Etsy store. I have 5 left now. I don't know if I want to finish them off, or if any of you, especially beginners, would be interested in purchasing them as they are, because I know some of you find it overwhelming to stitch in the signatures. So I'm thinking this might help you out just to get you started. So let me know in the comment section what you think, or email me if any of you are interested in purchasing those. I'll try putting up another video of those 5, but in the meantime, these ones are pretty much plain. I've not used the printable kits in these, although I think I should have. These were things that I'd finished in between other projects as well, and I've only recently started doing the digital kit since summer, so I've not messed around with it. But look at me going on and on. I'm 2 minutes into the video and I haven't even got into it. They're kind of filofax inspired journals, these ones, with the flaps as well, which I've created. They're cereal box covers that I've used. I've covered them in scrapbook paper. This one I did a mixed media cover on. I've used shimmer sprays in green, red and white. Added a doily. These are some petaloo flowers. Some other flowers that I had, I think they're petaloo as well, and those are dough crafts. And then there's some fabric leaves, gems, pearls. Added some of the flatback pearls here, and that's some decorative tape that I had in my stash. So decided to call this one bold and bright, or bright and bold, with the flowers that make quite a statement. So the flap is a button over a magnet. So I don't know if you can hear that. And on the spine here, it's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, 5 signatures. I've added a small charm there. This was when I was just starting out, so you can see the difference in the charms that I've shared with you now on YouTube and Etsy and Facebook. So that, I consider it like a sleigh bell. I added that, so quite a jingle to that. Some filigree beads and flower beads and 2-tone beads there. And a gem. That's a handmade tassel which I made from some black silk thread that I had. And that's the back of the journal. Those are just some brads to support that flap. I probably wouldn't do the flap again because with it being card over time, I'm not sure how it'll hold up, but I've had this since last December and I've opened and closed it a number of times, so you can see how it is. If anything happens, I guess you can use some washi tape over it or add some lace and it'll just reinforce it again. So going into it, I'll add measurements and page details and everything in the description below. These were Christmas themed papers, but I wanted to show that you don't have to use them for Christmas only. They can be used all year round. So that's a tag that came with the kit. That was some leftover paper that I changed into a pocket. It's got hand drawn faux stitching throughout the journal, so I've actually sat there and drawn these on, but I just like the effect of it. An index card, and I just used a corner punch onto that. You could still use this for Christmas if you wanted. already done the stamping in this one as well, so you can see the corner stamp there. These were some pages from an old diary I had. I didn't want to throw away the papers, so I just cut out where they have the times written, and I thought you could use these as to-do lists as well, so I put that in. Some scrapbook papers from my stash. I've done corner punches on that. There's some stamping. These doilies I stuck down because I found the paper was a little thin, and when on the other side I've inserted this, the page did fold over, but by gluing that down, it's created a bit of support for the page. Index card that I made myself, journaling card rather. I did some sequins, some ribbon, and that's a Martha Stewart punch. That's the centre of the signature with a couple of hearts on the ends there. A yellow journaling card. That's the trellis paper punch from Martha Stewart. I did some ribbon there. That's the other side of the doily that's been stuck down. I did the stamping on the index card on this one. And that's the Martha Stewart punch, and I added some lace underneath, just to tie all the colours in together again. That's just a little tag that I attached. This, I think there's about 5 paper clips, which I've just added some lace onto. That was a tag that was with the kit as well. Some scrapbook papers. Signatures are all pretty similar. In my mind, I like seeing a bit of a pattern or a bit of uniformity, despite it being a junk journal. I just think it makes it look a bit more pretty. So that's an envelope, page, and pocket. So I just added some card with some of the same decorative punch. Sorry, it's off screen there. So that just slides in. It's the full size as the envelope, so you could journal on it, or maybe add a recipe if that's what you're going to use this journal for. That's some washi tape there. Make sure I'm on screen. That's a little coin envelope where I've drawn on the stitching again. Can you see I got a bit carried away? And it doesn't stop there. And that's a card with the same one again. An index card there. This is the central signature. Scrapbook paper there. You can see just by changing around some of the papers, covering up some things, or working with the papers differently, it doesn't have to be just for that season or celebration, that paper. You can use the papers all year round. Hand-drawn stitching and the Martha Stewart punch, and some lace. And that's another pocket page envelope. It's the same thing, another card in there, a little tag there, and it's got a tiny button detail if it picks it up. Thought that was kind of cute. Could stick that down somewhere, but I've just popped it in under the paper clip for now. Just wondering if I can keep it under 10 minutes. Excuse me. That's a tag. That's the only sign of it being from the Christmas collection, I think. That's a little tag. I just stuck some paper on and punched the corners out. It's all the same again. Just slightly different papers, like with the scrapbook papers and that. So that's that. This will be in my Etsy store. Please like and subscribe. Being a newbie, every single form of support through your likes and comments is very much appreciated. I'll link my Etsy store below with all the details of the journal. Thanks for watching.